Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I'm here for another daily motivational video. If you're tired of creating vision boards that never come true, this video is for you. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlemagne and God, it will not stop me. All right, angel number 23. Let's get into it. All right, God, what messages? Advancement. So it looked like some graduations is coming up. You've been putting in the work. Things are about to start panning off and happening pretty quickly for you guys. All right, God, what messages do you have for us to become the alchemist of our life, to bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic on public? What do our guardian angels, ancestors, beings of light would like us to know? Make it as clear as possible. I'm a clear and open vessel. All right. Ooh, I love it. All right. So this is beautiful. Okay. So angel number 113. The message that came out is abundance. When your heart intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. And underneath it is transcendence. Transcend your mind limitation and allow your soul light to truly shine. So the message that I'm getting away right away is that God is asking you guys to, if you really want to come into abundance, like say for example, I have this idea that I want to change the world through stories. And that sounds ridiculous. And it's like, well, how do you plan on doing it? But I'm not, and I've gotten to the place where for a very long time, for almost damn near 5 to 7 years, I was focused on, well, how will it happen? How is God going to see it through? But that's not our job. Our job is not to worry about the steps. Our job is to just make sure that we're doing things that our soul and our hearts feel like we're supposed to do. Like, I just feel like this is how I'm supposed to show up into the world. And so I feel like God is saying that if you just hone in on whatever the things that God have been giving you, this idea, these signs, these synchronicities, God is just asking you to just allow them to lead you, follow your heart's desire, to follow the things that make you feel good. If you do that, then you'll be able to transcend all of your circumstances, your mind limitations, and you'll be able to truly live out your dreams and help bring heaven on earth. The third card, the reason why I said these signs and synchronicities, it said signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. So if there has been and no limitations underneath this, so God is just really trying to get you to understand. We knew that this big super event happened December 21st. A lot of us felt like we were going to wake up the next day, have our superpowers, be able to pop back into time and pop into the elevator with Jay-Z and Beyonce. But it's not about this immediate reaction. What happened on December 21st was the slate was wiped clean. And so God is saying, now that you know that either you like how your life is going or if you don't like how your life is going, either way it goes, if you don't like how your life is going, today is a day that you need to get serious about what you want to do. You need to get serious about answering your soul call and your soul desire. If you don't know what that is, I always say, think about your childhood. Think about those things that you used to do, that you used to spend hours and time. The time used to get away from you. I was a child that always had books around me. I was always in a book. Like, I'm so mad that it's not on here anymore, but my claim of fame was like I had read my middle school library out of books. Like there was literally, we had a program and I read them all. Like I read all the books. She's like, girl, we ain't got no more books for you. And then I was also into stories. Like I was always that person that would like write my love, write my boyfriends and my parents like these super long letters. And now I look back and I'm like, wow, it makes so much sense that I am in this field because I was doing this all alone. Angel number 416. And so I feel like what God is saying, go back, go look over your life. Look at all those signs. Look at those synchronicities. Look at those things that you just keep coming up over and over. You know it. It's like, it's a feeling. Like nobody can tell you, but you just feel it. And you just know like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I don't know anybody around me who personally does tarot. I don't know anybody around me who's on YouTube doing it. And nobody was on my timeline doing it. Nothing like that. And I am like just jumping out in faith because there's something in me that just knows like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And God is saying if you take that and you hone in on that, then you'll be able to bring all of your dreams about. Like, if you really take that urge and not just allow it to inspire you in that moment, but really follow that and go after it, then the floodgates will open. You will be the one that would change your family trajectory forever. Let's get, I'm actually going to get some tarot. Look at this. God is saying, make a choice. You're at a point where you can make a choice. If you do not like how your life has been going, he's saying, make this choice to allow the tower to fall and to transcend to something different. God, clarify this message of abundance and transcendence. What do you want us to know about abundance and transcendence? What do we need to do to start following our heart's desires? How can we transcend our mind's limitations? And how can we just follow those signs that you have on our heart, God? How can we know that we're safe? How do we know that everything is going to turn out okay? Make it as plain as possible. Plain as possible. One card, please. God is funny. Oh, look, signs. Chariot, you're on the move. God, oh, with the magician under this, y'all. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. So for abundance, what came out was the Empress. And this is what God is saying. This is the time that we're in. We're in this time where we're moving away from the masculine way of doing things, where it's not about you trying to make sense of it. It's not about you having an A, B, C action steps. It's just about you filling and nurturing and going with the flow. Like, that's all you need to do. All you need to do is just follow your heart's desire, allow your heart to lead, allow your soul to lead. And if you do that, it will get you to that ultimate abundance that you want. What do you see when you see this? I automatically look at this and I see Beyonce when she had her flower crowned. And to me, that's just like the ultimate abundance, the ultimate accomplishment. Not only am I in the top of my field, not only is my husband a fucking billionaire, but I also have the family that I've always longed and wanted. And God is saying, if that is your idea of abundance, you can get it. And the first step is to follow your heart's desire. Under transcendence, what God is saying is to get beyond your current circumstances. Focus on the work. He said, just put the work in. Stop with work. If you want, like, this is the step he's saying. He's saying, one, you follow the signs. You go where the signs are taking you. You walk with this abundance. You walk with this mindset of knowing that if I just keep following my heart's desire, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm on earth for to do. If you take that mindset, if you stop worrying about everything else that is going on and just focus on the work, focus on taking the next step and the next step, then you will completely transcend your circumstance. God is saying, fall in love with your work, fall in love with the process, and watch the abundance come. Watch yourself move on to new pastures. Watch yourself change your circumstance in the blink of an eye. But in order to do that, you have to die to the old way of being. That's the only way it's going to happen. Engine number 821. All right, let's get another card out here. Let's get one final card out. All right, God, clarify this message of abundance with the Empress, transcendence with the Eight of Pentacles. How can we trust the signs, God? How can we just trust and move with the signs that you placed on our hearts? How can we know that we have everything within us to bring these dreams about? How can we just focus on the steps in front of us instead of worrying about the big picture? God, help us transcend our circumstance. Make it as plain as possible, God. As plain as possible. Can't get no plainer than that. She feels, she knows. Angel number 919. You know it. You feel it. That's the thing. Like, we have to. There's been like things that I have been feeling for damn near 2 years, and it's annoying a little bit, because it's like, on one hand you just know like something is coming, something great is coming, but then it's annoying because it's 2 years later and nothing has happened. But it's not about like turning away from that or doubting God. It's about honing in on that, being the Empress, just moving in that knowing space, focusing on what you have to do, and knowing that it's going to move you forward. Just you feeling, That's what God is saying. You know it. You just have to trust it. But the card that we're going to focus on is what is already with you. Angel number 17. What is already with you? That is going to be our focus. You hold in your hands that which you seek. In other words, the pair of spectacles you have been rummaging around the house for are sitting on top of your head. What you are seeking, perhaps by exploring far and wide, is actually right under your nose. You may not like this idea. It is much more wonderful to imagine that it is something yet to find. Of course, there is unlimited creative potential and always something more that can be. Yet in this instant, it is important for you to know that what you already have, what you need, and what you want. That doesn't mean it is the end of the story, although it does ask that you give up the fantasy that a perfect solution lies in the future somewhere. Instead, it asks you to acknowledge that everything necessary for success is with you now. All you need to do is accept this and act with what you have available to you. This is good news. This is good news. This particular chapter has a happy ending in store. That ending will become real for you just as soon as you stop trying to skip forward to the next chapter. Better to be completely present in the now. From here, the next phase will naturally happen without force on your part. It may not seem like you have much to start with. Perhaps you feel that all you have is small, simple choice to make. Perhaps you have a song to begin, an email to send, a conversation to start, or a sketch to let loose. However small it is enough to get the ball rolling. Don't make the mistake of believing that what you need is behind you, lies with another, or is yet to appear. You have what you need to take the next step in your life, and from that, all else will flow. And there is a sweetness to that. It is a small pleasure at first, but one from which great pleasure can unfurl. This message is amplified. If you've drawn the oracle, every single journey starts with a single step. Well, we have pulled that. If this is the case, blah, blah, blah. This oracle also comes with special guidance for you. You are more ready than you think you are. You are more prepared than you realize. You don't need an entire army of resources to move ahead, although you may find that when you do move, many resources suddenly become apparent. All that you need is in this moment is just one sweet act of nourishment that is enough to take you out of your backwards nostalgia or regret and forwards into what is new and waiting. Be brave deep within you and enjoy the sweet surrender. I love that. Angel number 1256. So to wrap this message up, God is saying what you have been seeing and what you have been feeling is right, and he's asking you to just follow the signs, baby. Just go ahead, start making those moves, start moving with this mind state of abundance, knowing that if you go with your heart's desire, everything you ever want and ever wants to accomplish will naturally come to you. Focus on the work ahead of you. Just focus on doing the steps. You have all the resources inside of you. It's already there. You're exactly where you need to be. And God is just saying, focus on the first step. Focus on focus on taking the first step towards your journey, and watch all the abundance in the universe come to catch up with you. All right, y'all. That is all the messages I have for you. Please, please, please create consciously. Choose wisely. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. And namaste. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all. Go on this journey. I promise you, it will be the best thing you've ever done. All right. See you soon.